Hi everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Praise. I'm going to share some more from chapter 8 about our food. And this one starts with take heart, the big picture. That's this section. So she shares here that women are 4 to 6 times more likely to die of heart problems than breast cancer. So if one of your health goals is to keep your heart as healthy as possible, then once again you need to step up the plate nutritionally. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner plate, that is. There's more to food than just trying to satisfy your appetite. So, this is about learning about the good things for your heart. So, she talks about foods that give the heart a nutritional advantage and provide protection in the form of antioxidants. So, free radicals break down our health and naturally occur in the processing and digesting of food. However, there are certain foods that are rich in antioxidants and will promote good health. So we need to add in foods rich in antioxidants. And she talks about foods rich in vitamin A, C, and E. Those are the antioxidants you need. So let's see, she talks about eggs, dark green leafy vegetables, broccoli, and yellow and orange veggies. Vitamin C is associated with citrus fruit, but is also present in large amounts in bell peppers, especially red ones, broccoli, strawberries, and kiwis. Vitamin E is present in leafy greens, avocados, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Now, this is something that I know, like, we're not going to remember all of these. I've looked up quite a few different things health-wise that I'm probably not going to remember when I go to the store if I don't have a list. So, like, for instance, I was watching Dr. Berg, and he talked about he was talking with another doctor, and he was talking about Hashimoto's. And so basically it's an inflammatory disease. So it's chronic inflammation, causes chronic inflammation of the thyroid. So it attacks the thyroid as well. Causes fatigue. And basically, I mean, there's a bunch of different symptoms that come along with it, and I'll share some more of those in one of those one of the videos that I talk more about the issues that I'm dealing with. But one thing he said is to clean up your eating. So that means using more organic food and non-GMO, whole foods, different things like that. So that's an easy thing. That's easier to remember: organic, non-GMO. But when I watched another video back, may have been one of his as well, I believe. And if I can find it, I will share that with you. But, he talked about different foods that we should have. Okay, so here, foods to avoid. So these are harder because these are not, now this is according to Dr. Berg. There's some different people talk about different things, but these are the things that he says. You have Hashimoto's, these are foods to avoid: cassava beans, lima beans, sorghum, sweet potato, flaxseed, cruciferous vegetables. Those ones he did talk about. You can have them in smaller amounts and like steamed or something like that. Millet, soy products, onions, and gluten. I know I've heard dairy as well. I didn't write that one on this one. But, this is another one. This was Dr. Weston Childs, I believe. And so flare-up triggers are gluten, dairy, soy, because they're and any inflammatory oils like vegetable oils, stress, emotional and physical, viral infections. These were two that he talked about were EBV and CMV. I don't know. I think one of them is mono, and I'm not sure what the other ones are. Different nutrient deficiencies, bacterial infections like H. pylori, lack of sleep, lack of exercise, parasites, exposure to endocrine disrupting chemicals. One thing I did learn that was really interesting is some of the chemical sensitivities that could be in perfumes. So when you put perfume on, we like tend to put it here on our area. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone. That could cause thyroid flare up or Hashimoto's flare up, or like I noticed there's certain things that I was wearing. I didn't notice it then, but I would have even in some videos I've noticed it or whatever, where if I'm feeling sick, it is like a little swollen here, or really bad allergies. But there's times I wear a certain thing and it gets swollen in the area of the thyroid. So, these are things that I need to remember. Now, one of the good foods that I'm not sure where, if this looks like it was another video, it may have been an email that I got, I don't know. Sea kelp is one, nori, Brazil nuts, high in fiber, and there's 2 other ones that I never got. So I'm hoping to go back and find those things. But like, there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't know if I'll remember when I go to the store. So when we sit down to write our grocery list, look over your commonplace book if you have one. Look over whatever it is, or as you are thinking about it during the whenever you're at work, or whenever you're sitting down watching TV, or whenever you're looking through your refrigerator or whatever, to make your list. Remember, organic, non-GMO, whole foods, that type of thing. And just to kind of, like with this stuff, there's eggs, dark veggies. Write these things down, even if just a few of them that you think you'll like. Adding bell peppers to a lot of stuff, I love that. So these would be things that we would be writing down, so that when we do go shopping, we have a list and not just, I'll remember, because there's things that'll catch our eye, that'll tempt us, and we're going to go straight for those. And that's really it. Just baby step with your grocery cart, adding fresh fruits and colorful vegetables. Even if that's all you remember or write down, that's great. So a lot of this stuff, just by doing that, you can help your certain health issues, heart diseases, different things from progressing, or even from just beginning. Keeping your heart healthy is something you can do by eating a wide variety of healthy foods, like some of the ones mentioned above. Now, the next thing she talks about is portion control. Less is more. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean we need to strap on the bottomless feed bag. While quality is very important, so is the quantity. Health food doesn't give you license to pick out. We tend to do this like a lot of times, just like, and then you don't feel good afterwards. Even if you eat like half a watermelon, that's probably not good, just for your stomach or whatever. So like, it's just the idea of portioning our food better. Now, the thing with diets, like she talks about the diet industry and how they have everything there's this pill or this type of thing or this protein shake or this thing or this, whatever, this way of eating. Some will work for you, some won't. I don't know. A lot of them do not work for me. Plus, I can't really afford to buy all of the different things that all of these places offer. Now, I'm not saying they're bad things, but there's no way for me to get them. So I have to get them from my food. And that means picking the right kind and also portion control, right? So we can just do that by, when we eat, make sure, get the smallest portion that you can get first. If you're still hungry, then you can add in something, like a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's really hard because, they say like a portion of protein you should have is 4 to 6 ounces, depending on who you ask. So that's roughly the size and height of a deck of cards. Well, are you going to have this? I don't know. It's hard for me to remember, it's got to be this big and this big. And, and this, she also says, a good point of reference and one that is always with you is to measure the portion against the palm of your hand. So that'll work. Will you remember, just do that. That's like, kind of small, but that's doable. We can learn, okay, this is the portion of protein. So then we're getting a balanced plate. Also, a cup portion is roughly the size of a clenched fist. Clenched fist. So the size of an average potato is the same as a clenched fist. The same with an apple, an orange, or a bunch of grapes. So if you know that 1 cup of whatever it is that you're going to eat equals that amount, you can eat an apple, that's a cup. An average size, if you're going to have baked potato, 1 average size potato. And if we do this portion control, we will lose body clutter. Let's see. The one thing she says that, I just dropped my highlighter on the floor. The purpose of portion control is to give you back control of your body, your stomach, and your appetite. You deserve to dictate what you are going to do and how you are going to take care of yourself. Have you ever thought of it this way? A bag of chocolate candies or whatever food you overindulge in is running your life. So when you eat compulsively, you have given your power away to something that isn't even alive and can't even hold a conversation. We need to get a grip and determine who or what is in charge. If it is you tell the chocolate candies to shove off and you take the helm. This is your boat. Steer it. And it sounds harsh sometimes, like to hear it really directly, but we do need to hear that. We do need to understand that food cannot control us if we don't allow it to. If you're an emotional eater, different things like that. There's different approaches that will work for different people. I mean, there's different, there's like groups called like Overeaters Anonymous. There's different techniques that we can learn through therapy. There's just trying to take back control a little bit at a time, baby step at a time. If you know it's a problem, don't buy it. If I know that I can eat a whole bag of Doritos, then don't buy them. And if I really, really am craving Doritos, which it's rare now, but then buy the smallest bag. Have them get it over with. That small portion. Because if you buy, you think, well, but it's, whatever, $1.50, $2 for the small bag. And the big bag's on sale for $3.50 or $4. Yeah, the price might seem better, but the price you're going to pay for having the entire bag there with you and probably eating it all is more than just buying the small bag at maybe you think it's a little bit too expensive for the amount, but that's better for you to have than to go with the better price for the bigger bag. So it's just about learning to take control of the things that are out of control, not out of our control, because they are in our control. Now we may have to abstain from certain foods, but you will know that. You know what is bad for you. You know what types of things are taking control of you. Like if you like soda, if drinking 5 sodas a day is wrong. Start slowly eliminating that. Like if you can quit cold turkey, that's great. When I did this, I didn't like soda as much. I mean, I did like it back then. This was years ago. I used to drink a lot of Pepsi. And in order for me to quit drinking, because I didn't like any other soda, that's the only one I wanted to drink. My husband liked Dr. Pepper. I just stopped buying Pepsi. I wouldn't drink the Dr. Pepper because I don't like the way it tastes. It tastes like prune juice to me. And so I wouldn't get it. Now, if I really want a soda, and that's rare, I'll get a Sprite, and that's usually if my stomach's bothering me, or 7-Up, something like that. But I rarely have soda now. But it took me to stop buying it completely. And it's funny because my sister sometimes has Pepsi at her house, and I'll get one, and usually I try, if they have the mini ones, I'll get the mini one. I still can't drink it all. It tastes awful. And there's every once in a while it's like, oh, this is good. But then the next drink is like, oh, this isn't good. You don't like this. So I'm trying to train myself, not to like it, not to get back into that. And if it's a problem, we need to be honest with ourselves that it is a problem. This is something I want to work through my journaling. is those things that I know are bad for me, and why do I continue to buy them? I've done a lot better with that since I did that whole food plant-based diet. I've learned a lot of things since then. When I went off track, when my mom passed away, a lot of that was just grief, stress. I just didn't want to do anything, so I went back off track. And I was eating fast food. I was still eating smaller portions, but I was eating all the wrong food for me. So I'm still learning, and I'm trying, because I know one of the things that I want to do with this channel as well is honor the memory of my mom. I want to honor my dad. I want to honor my family through this as well. And one of those ways is taking care of myself so that I can help them and be there for them. And so doing these things is honoring her since she's gone now, and not allowing myself to get sicker. There are things that I may have to deal with forever. But if I can slow down the progression of things, if I can do things that will help me in that department, so I can be there for my dad, for my husband, for my nieces, for my nephews, for my brother-in-laws, whatever, my in-laws here, like, I need to do that. And so I can be there for myself and have fun and do things that, like right now, that I can't do. And I want to get to that point where I can do more things. I'm 46 years old. I'm not saying I don't have a lot of time left, because I don't know how much time I have left, and I hope I have a lot. But our bodies, it's a lot harder as we get older to get healthier, especially when you have health issues already. So I need to learn, take it slow, baby steps, but do it. And stop this, oh, if I don't think about it, it'll go away, or making other excuses for it. Let's see. And it's about planning. And something that she talks about is those who plan for future problems will be more likely to stave them off. So me knowing that I have this list of health issues, plan for that. What does that mean? What things happen when I have a flare-up of fibromyalgia or Hashimoto's flare-up that I'm learning about now, learning what that means. And I know that I've had a lot of issues in the past where I've gotten really sick all of a sudden with a bunch of different things. And it could have been fibroarthritis and Hashimoto's, but I didn't know that it was then, what it was then. But I knew there was other things already. And was I taking care of them? Probably not. So because I know that, this is where the research comes in. This is where being your own advocate comes in. And that's really hard, because with a lot of things, there's a tendency for doctors to just blow you off. It's all in your head. Well, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I don't know how to say, well, no, fibromyalgia is not all in your head, because it hurts. I mean, you don't even know how to explain it, because you look fine. You can speak properly. You sound fine. You can't have ADHD. You can't have, any of these host of things that are going on with you, because you look fine. You can speak properly. You held a job for so long. You did this, you did that, but no one knows what's going on inside. And even if you do tell them, sometimes they still don't understand until they're there. So it's about just speaking up for yourself, doing things for yourself to get better, taking those baby steps. So the next part is going to be about how to rev your own engine and burn more body clutter. So she's talking about metabolism in this part. And then she does talk about different meal ideas. And for her, she talks about eating many little meals is an effective way to stoke the fire of your metabolism. It's the key for many people. Now, there's some that maybe that doesn't work for. I don't know. I've heard a lot of different types of things. Or there's intermittent fasting. There's all these types of things that work different for different people. So you've got to find what works for you. And so there's quite a few more pages that talk about a lot of different things. So I will probably just do that in maybe one or two more videos in this book. So let me know what you're doing in your baby steps. What does your grocery list look like? I will be making mine soon. I don't know when I'll actually go grocery shopping again. It probably won't be till next month. But I will be making that list soon, and this will be a list based off of some of the foods that I've been trying out now. Some of them might be a little funny, like I've shared before with the whole baby food thing. But I noticed that snack that I have, one of those little squeezables, some of the little puffy treats or whatever, they don't make me feel sick. So that's going to be one of my go-tos. So I'm hoping that I can get that list maybe in the next video or so, and I can share that with you. Share some of your ideas, some of your healthy recipes in the comments below. If there's some videos that you've watched that have really inspired and encouraged you, books that you've read on health that have inspired you, or cookbooks or whatever that have taught you different things, something you've learned from your family for different remedies or different ways of making healthy food. Share those in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. All right, well, I will see you in the next one, and have a great afternoon or evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. God bless you, and see you in the next one. Bye.